Hello, all, and welcome to Smart Classes. Today, we'll be discussing Indian polity current affairs of October last week. So, without wasting time, we'll get into the news. Now, outsiders can buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. That is, before today, before this week, outsiders couldn't buy land in Jammu and Kashmir because of Article 370 and Article 35A of Indian Constitution. Basically, Article 370 and 35A together has given the right to buy land in buy in Jammu and Kashmir only to permanent residents. After the after the repealing of Article 370 and 335A, new land laws for Jammu and Kashmir reorganization have been framed. Recently, our government has come up with J&K Reorganization Third Order 2020, which has been released by Ministry of Home Affairs. What this law does, it basically repeals four land laws regarding regarding buying and selling of lands in Jammu and Kashmir, hereditary land distribution in Jammu and Kashmir, etc. Now, this order allows outsiders to buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. Before this day, people who went to work in Jammu and Kashmir could not buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. But now, all the people, all the people of India can buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. Opposition says that it is unconstitutional and violates the rights of people of Jammu and Kashmir. So basically, it cannot be unconstitutional because same thing happens in the whole country. Any Indian can buy or reside in any place of India, except few restrictions. Basically, according to Article 370 and 35A, some privileges are guaranteed only for permanent residents of Jammu and Kashmir. There came one more important act, which is known as Jammu and Kashmir Development Act, which omits the term permanent resident. This act is called Jammu and Kashmir Development Act because Jammu and Kashmir has been underdeveloped because of the privileges given to the permanent residents. No other people can come and set up business in Jammu and Kashmir, and all these privileges have been taken away from the citizens of India. This has reduced the job opportunities or employment opportunities of the citizens of Jammu and Kashmir. That is why Jammu and Kashmir is not developed till date. So, Government of India has come up with an act which is called as Jammu and Kashmir Development Act, which has taken out the term permanent residence from the article, from the constitution. Agricultural land cannot be used for, sorry, agricultural land can only be used for agricultural purposes. Can only be used for agricultural purposes, and it cannot be sold for the formation for the construction of industries or for commercial buildings. Basically, agricultural land cannot be used for any other purposes except for agriculture. Certain areas can be declared as strategic areas by the commanders. That is, army commanders or military commanders who are not having rank less than the commander position can declare specific area as a strategic area. That is, this area can be under military control and there can be few restrictions imposed in this area. The right is given to the army commanders to declare a certain area as a strategic area. And one more thing which has happened this week is Cabinet approves the adoption of Jammu and Kashmir Panchayat Raj Act. As you all know, in India we are having three-tier government all over the country. That is, local body representatives are also elected by the local people. But in case of Jammu and Kashmir, till date, the local representatives have been appointed by the government of J&K. So this has been repealed, and the local representatives in J&K are also elected by the people from now on. J&K was amended to set up J&K PRA, that is Jammu and Kashmir Panchayat Raj Act, was amended to set up District Development Council as it has been present all over the country. What is the structure of this District Development Council? This DDC can be also includes DDC and both District Planning Committee, which is responsible for planning and economic affairs of the districts. Elected representatives and chairman for each district. So every district has an elected representatives for each ward, and all the members of these wards elect one more chairman who represents the district in high level meetings or state level committees. And jurisdiction over the entire district except municipalities and municipal corporation. This DDC can have its jurisdiction in the entire districts except municipalities and municipal corporations because they elect their own representatives. And coming up, this is regarding Jammu and Kashmir. These are the two acts which have been taken up. That is, outsiders can also buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. At the same time, local representatives can be elected by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. These are the two most important points which have happened this week. And one more thing which has happened is 20% of rural students lack books. This is the heading of the Hindu. What happened was annual state of education report has been published by an NGO which is known as Pratham. It has been published for the last 15 years. Basically, this report does the survey in the whole nation and gives us the state of the rural education and the learning outcomes in terms of reading and arithmetic skills. So basically, it compares rural and urban students and improvement of facilities and availability of ease in reading both in rural and urban areas. According to the survey, 20% of the students does not have books in rural areas. That is, there is no facility of books for 20% of students, and these 20% of students are at disadvantageous position with respect to the students who have books and who have access to education. If you compare the data from year to 2018 and 2020, rural children in non-enrollment, that is rural children who are not enrolled in schools, in 2018 was 4% and in 2020 is 55.5%. That is, there is an increase in rate of students who are not enrolled in schools. That is, the condition is more deteriorated right now. 6 to 10 years of students who are not going to school. It is 5.3% right now, and it was 1.8% in 2018. That is, the condition was much better in 2018, maybe because of the COVID-19 pandemic and various economic situations persisting in the rural areas. The non enrollment of students has increased in 2020. Boys' enrollment in government schools has has also increased. That is, it has shown an improvement. In 2018 it was 62.8 and now it is 66.4. Girls have also increased from 70 to 73. Children with smartphone in the family, it was 36.5% in 2018 and now it's 61.8. That is, there is more there is more technology, and technological development is higher both in rural and urban areas. And then about 11% of families bought a new phone after the lockdown, of which 80% were smartphones. So basically, people have started buying smartphones more importantly for the education of the children of education of their children, because of closure of schools, most of the classes are taking place on TVs or smartphones. All the material which has been sent to the students is mostly by WhatsApp, so students definitely need a smartphone for their studies. Because of the digital divide, that is, low accessibility of the smartphones, low accessibility of the smartphones. Students in rural areas are at a disadvantaged position this year because they cannot go to schools and study. Pandemic has created a learning divide because of this digital divide. Even if they are having smartphones, internet connections or network issues are still prevailing in rural areas. WhatsApp is by far the most popular mode of transmitting learning materials to students with 75% of students receiving input via this app. And next comes the most important issue of this week, of the last week basically, which is Judiciary versus Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy. What happened is Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister Jagan Mohan Reddy has written to the Chief Justice of India by complaining on the uh, Supreme Court Judge N.V. Ramana. Basically, N.V. Ramana, N.V. We'll know a little bit about N.V. Ramana. He was the Chief Justice of Delhi High Court, acting Chief Justice of AP High Court, and he is also in line to become the Chief Justice of India. That is, he is the second senior most judge in Supreme Court. Okay, let us know a little bit more background about the state of Andhra Pradesh to get to know why Jagan Mohan Reddy has written to CJI on N.V. Ramana. What happened was Andhra Pradesh state was formed in 2014. That is, Telangana was separated from Andhra Pradesh in 2014. After the separation of Telangana from Andhra Pradesh, elections were conducted and the first CM was Chandrababu Naidu. After the Chandrababu Naidu has become the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, he has several questions in front of him. Most importantly, deciding the capital of Andhra Pradesh. So, after doing all the surveys and consulting all the people, he has come up with Amaravati as the capital of Andhra Pradesh. And most of the people has bought land. And because Amravati has decided to be the capital of Andhra Pradesh, the land rate has also increased, and the farmer government has taken land from the farmers under land acquisition for the construction of the capital. So, in 2019 elections, Jagan Mohan Reddy, Chandrababu Naidu government, that is Telugu Desam Party, has come down from power, and Jagan Mohan Reddy has been elected as the new CM. As soon as Jagan Mohan Reddy has been elected as a new CM, he has formed a subcommittee to examine allegations of the corruption on Chandrababu Naidu. According to the report submitted by the subcommittee, he has made many illegal transactions and he has illegally acquired 4,000 acres of land. That is, he means he and his party members and his family have acquired 4,000 acres of land illegally. And one more thing Jagan Mohan Reddy has done is coming up with a three capital plan. He has come up with a three capital plan, which is Vishakhapatnam, Kurnool, and Amaravati. Vishakhapatnam has been selected as an executive capital, Kurnool as a judiciary capital, and Amaravati as a legislative capital. But this three capital plan has been stayed. That is, stay order has been passed by the acting Chief Justice of AP High Court, who is N.V. Ramana. Not only the three capital plan, but also many major government projects which are undertaken by Jagan Mohan Reddy have been stayed by the High Court Judge N.V. Ramana. So, after all this has happened, Jagan Mohan Reddy has written a 8-page letter to Supreme Court CJI. So basically, in this 8-page letter, he has accused the Chief Justice, that is acting Chief Justice of AP, N.V. Ramana, that he and his family members of the judge have purchased land in Amaravati. That is why he has put stay order on the three capital plan. And he also alleged that he has been interfering in the judgments regarding APCM, AP current CM versus AP former ex-CM or the former CM Chandrababu Naidu, and that he has been influencing the judgments to be in favor of the former Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu. And he has also been allocating fewer judges in case of any case regarding APCM or the former government versus the present government. First time CM of any state is accusing or writing a letter on a sitting judge of a Supreme Court, and he's accusing him of a political bias and corruption. So basically, there are three ways in which Supreme Court can take action or the Supreme Court judge can be punished. One is through Article 124 of the Constitution, using which both the houses of the Parliament can accuse him of misconduct or incapacity and pass a resolution in the parliament. And the second one is in-house procedure of Supreme Court. In-house procedure of Supreme Court includes a complaint given to CJI on a sitting judge, which is the present case of Judiciary versus APPSC and Chandrababu Naidu, and a bench of Supreme Court has will be constituted to look into the affair, and the relevant action will be taken on the judge. And the third way is 2013 Supreme Court Sexual Harassment Regulations, which is passed after the Vishaka guidelines and to improve the Vishaka guidelines. So basically, these are the three methods in which Supreme Court judge can be punished or taken action upon. So yeah, that's it for today. So basically, today we have looked into Judiciary versus Andhra Pradesh and Jammu and Kashmir laws, which includes J&K Panchayat Raj Act, and at the same time land ownership, or anybody can buy land in Jammu and Kashmir. And also, what else we have seen? Educational facilities, that is ACER. ACER has published a survey regarding the educational facilities of students in the country and the digital divide and learning divide which has been created by the pandemic. That's it for today. If you really like the explanation or if you want me to improve, just comment on what I have to improve, and please do like, share, and subscribe, which gives me encouragement to do more and more videos and do better videos. Thank you so much.